Welcome back to Launch Speed. I'm your sea captain Brendan, joined by my first mate Zach,
Ahoy, mateys.
as we drift along the open ocean of life on our epic journey through space.
That sounds so casual, yet this episode is just hype.
It is. We talk a lot about space in this one, even more than the last episode, which space was in the title.
All right, roll the clip.
Let's do it.
There's multiple shapes and sizes. Just decide that a real fat guy is just a bear and it's hitting an animal.
Well, it's not going to hit a bear.
Well, yeah, I know that. It will determine the
Launch speed?
Stop! I'm trying to think. I'm trying to put my words together. You're rushing me.
Am I helping?
No, not at all. No one else can see my hands.
Welcome to Launch Speed.
So, welcome back to the podcast, Brendan. I know you're a guest here often, so...
Yeah, I'd say most of the time.
Yeah.
What up?
Any excitements this week?
Grill. I'm super excited about the grill.
That's it? That's all I got is the grill?
Pretty much, yeah. Got the grill. I grilled on it yesterday, smoking on it right now. Super excited. Even though I suck at grilling, it's...
So how'd that go? How'd the first grill sesh go?
It was fine until the cheese started melting off the burgers and just caught everything on fire. Not really, but there was
you're
flames.
supposed to, for the last, second, toss the cheese on and then take everything off.
It was more than a second, yep.
Wow.
They were also, because I suck at grilling, like I said, they were also the frozen burgers. It's like frozen and you put them on the grill while they're still frozen.
The candlestick burgers?
Was it what?
Candlestick, you put them on, they act like a candlestick and catch on fire.
Oh, I don't know about all that. But they're decent, actually. And then we made jalapeno poppers. Well, not fried, but grilled jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon. Super delicious.
Is it just everything you guys do grill style right now?
Yeah, pretty much. For the next couple years, yeah.
Dude, I'm not going to come here. All I'm going to do is grilled food.
Why?
Because.
What's wrong with grilled food?
If you grill everything, it's no longer special.
I disagree.
All right, whatever you say.
That's pretty much it. What's up? What's been exciting for you this week?
Exciting for me. I got the job.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
Did we?
We did?
No, we didn't.
Did we? Didn't we? Yeah, we did. We did, for sure. But you're starting the job this week.
You're right. I'm starting the job. Man, I was so behind.
Yeah.
Behind my own news.
Uh-huh.
So I started the job on Monday.
Uh-huh.
The lady gave me a call yesterday because they told me that I have class starting at 7 in the morning on Monday. But guess they didn't tell me
What?
where it was.
Oh.
So I was just sitting around. I sent her an email. I said, hey, I don't know where class is. Could you let me know where it is so I can be there on time? And then she's like, oh, I'm going to call you tomorrow.
Didn't call you?
She did. And then she said, it's going to be where we interviewed. I said, all right, thanks. She said, there's no dress code. So she's like, you can wear jeans. I was like, can I not wear jeans? And she's like, yeah, you can wear whatever you want. I was like, good, thanks. I'm going to be the only person rolling in sweatpants and a tank top.
Nice. I mean, it's school, so that makes sense.
Yeah, and I took this whole weekend off. I was supposed to work today and tomorrow at the club. Nah, I decided to X that.
Yep. You were sick this week?
Yeah, I was sick. I told
weekend?
them on Monday that I was going to be sick on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Just give them a heads
I'm
up.
sure they love that.
Hey, at least I didn't leave them hanging and just on Saturday not show up to work.
Yeah, true. What else? What else you got?
Oh, dude. Do you watch any college basketball?
No.
Okay, well, the most underwhelming NCAA championship occurred.
How come?
UVA won.
Yeah.
And nobody cares.
Well, they probably care a lot since last year they lost to a 16 seed.
That's true.
As a 1 seed.
UMBC is a better team than them, in my opinion, at all times.
I mean, I went there for a brief stint, so.
Yeah. The weather also, insane. Did you not enjoy this week's weather?
It was pretty great.
Everyone's complaining about allergies. They all have weak genes.
Yeah.
I think somebody had the right idea there, but, he didn't make it.
I don't even know where you're going with that.
You don't? Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Go on.
All right.
You make it pretty hard to talk to when you don't have any excitements at all besides a grill.
Whatever, man. This podcast isn't about us.
It is.
It's about you and news. What else? Dislikes.
What?
Dislikes.
We're just going to roll right into it?
Sure.
All right. Do you like having AC in the summer?
Nah.
No, never mind.
Just kidding.
Right.
Yeah,
Nope,
of course. Yeah,
I'm
of course
done.
I do.
I'm done. Let's move on.
Okay. All right.
I don't have anything.
Okay. No other dislikes. Not even the
Nope.
gravity thing.
Nope.
Okay.
nothing.
Don't like gravity. Whatever. Rolling right past that into the podcast news. Shout out to Alan for watching. Shout out to Rob, who became a patron, and he asked us to shout out to Bike to Work DC, Bike to Work Day DC on 5/17/2019 with the URL biketoworkmetrodc.org. That is BIKE. Just kidding.
I was about to ruin your day.
Also, Mike, our official podcast troll, is back. Apparently, his wife rototilled his internet cable. So he was out for a week. He asked us to shout out to Cox Cable for only taking 4 days to repair his internet. I'm going to say that was sarcasm in the email, but it's hard to read sarcasm off the text.
Maybe where they are, like a week's expected.
Possibly. I don't know. I'm wondering where he is that tornadoes get that close to his house.
Somewhere you don't want to be.
Obviously.
Then also we got one more shout out to AJ. He had to give me a phone call. He specifically had to call me in the middle of our podcast because he didn't believe the J.K. Rowling story.
How?
I don't know. He thought we made it up on the spot.
Yeah. Can't make that shit up.
No, she's nuts. She's
absolutely
just fucking nuts.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about some bears.
Let's show off our bear bits here.
Yeah. And our dog.
What's up, bud? Yo, giant pandas. Are they not the cutest thing you've ever seen?
Yeah.
They're just so fluffy and adorable until they bite your leg off.
Oh, does that happen?
This is what happens. There's in I think it was 2016. It was a few years ago. There was a wild panda on the loose, believe it or not.
A wild animal on the loose?
On the loose. And these officials were trying to corner it, and they ended up making it flee into a local town, and the farmer was going to try to help them, but then the panda in its panic just bit his leg.
Wow. And
the infection's so bad, they're probably going to have to amputate it. This is in 2014.
Did they amputate it?
I don't know, but that's what his leg looks like.
Ew. That's pretty gross. I mean, at least he lived.
Yeah. I mean, I bet he was trying to go out there and think he'd give it a big, quick hug before they took it from him.
Man, that's crazy. I don't think of pandas as being vicious like that.
No, I still wouldn't want to get near one though.
No, I mean they're still bears. I guess they're probably the laziest bear, since their diet consists mostly of bamboo, which they need to basically eat 10 or 15 hours a day. They're so lazy they don't even like to reproduce. They have to force them to do it.
Yeah, there was something
laziest
about
animal.
Yeah.
That being said, my dog does sleep like 15 to 20 hours a day. So
does he? Because it seems like every time I'm here and we need to get something done, he is always there for us.
Right.
Whether we want him there or not.
But when you need to get something done, he's there. When you don't, he's just chill. Obviously, it's the most convenient. So last week we talked about the Chinese lady who had the malware on the USB at Trump's Mar-a-Lago resort. A little bit of extra information came out of this. Her lawyer said she did not have the type of devices that can be associated with espionage activities. Let me tell you what they found on her. 5 SIM cards, 9 USB drives, at least one of them had malware, 4 phones, a signal detector that can scan for hidden cameras, and $8,000 in $100 bills.
Yeah, she wasn't doing any malware.
No, definitely not doing anything bad. It gets even weirder. The Secret Service agent Samuel Ivanovich, who arrested her, said that another agent put the questionable thumb drive into his computer, at which point it began immediately installing the malware files, and that was out of the ordinary, and the agent had to take it out to stop preventing the corruption of his computer. So one of two things is going on with this statement. One, it was badly misquoted, and that's not what actually happened. Or two, this guy has no idea how to do cybersecurity forensics or anything like that.
No.
Because there's a thumb drive that has malware. You don't stick it into your computer.
Or anything that's attached to what you don't want corrupted.
I mean, the government, you're not allowed to use thumb drives. You know why?
Because of this.
Well, sort of. Do you know the actual reason?
Yes.
Do you know
I don't. I'm saying
the actual reason is because some moron a couple years ago found a thumb drive in a parking lot. He was like, he plugged it into his computer and shut down an entire government system for days because it had malware on it. He just found it in a parking lot, plugged it in his computer.
It's amazing how dumb people can be.
Extremely. Also, this Chinese lady, she owns a $1.3 million home and drives a BMW. She claims to be an investor and a consultant. I'm not buying it.
No.
I'm not buying any of it. She's 100% a spy. Was trying to get some malware into the resort.
Well, she's state funded. You know, Georgia has stepped in
Georgia.
to take out Florida.
Georgia, the country right below Russia?
Yes, that one
Yeah.
specifically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the people in Georgia aren't capable of this.
Throwing some shade. Also, in things that we talked about previously, we talked about how the Gujarat state in India or something like that banned PUBG for students during a certain time frame and arrested a bunch of people for playing PUBG, which is ridiculous. Nepal has banned PUBG because, quote, parents were worried their kids were getting distracted from their studies and other day-to-day duties.
So are they going to also arrest kids for playing the game?
It's now a crime. They can now arrest them. I don't know if they're gonna, but they can.
Way to go, parents. You played yourself.
Yeah, I mean...
Well, he can't... He's getting distracted from his work, but now he's spending, the rest of his life in jail.
I do think that the Battle Royale game type, for some reason, is more addictive than other game types.
Yeah, it's because it promotes, dangerous activities.
I was going to go with, it's like gambling because there's very little chance that you're going to win, and when you do win, it's great. You know, when you win, it's great. When you don't win, it sucks. But you're just always striving for that high, for lack of a better word. Yeah. And so I think the kids are probably slightly more addicted to it than. But I mean, kids have always played video games. They've always put off their studies and day-to-day duties, also known as chores.
Yeah.
For playing video games. That's what you do when you're a teenager. I mean, it's like. It's a rite of passage.
I mean, I don't really play video games that much, so I can't really talk about how it affects people in their addictions. What are you looking at me like that for? What?
Okay. Also in Asia, poachers. A lot of poachers. Do you know what a pangolin is? I
didn't until you put this article up.
All right, so can you scroll up and show the picture? Yeah, so it's kind of like an armadillo, except for, is that real? That looks like that doesn't even look like a real picture of an animal. Wow, okay. 2 pangolins at a wax museum in Bali, Indonesia. So,
say a wax museum?
They look kind of armadillo-y.
Aren't they armored anteaters?
They're, basically armored anteaters. So they have these dragon scales on them. And it's one of many things that the Chinese peoples thinks that they can eat or put into tea or something for medical reasons.
Oh, consume for like herbal remedies?
Yeah, like...
Well, not herbal, since this is not an herb.
Yeah, so it's one of those things. Recently, Singapore caught a 14-ton shipment of smuggled pangolin scales. People kill these things and take their scales, and 36,000 pangolins were killed to harvest these scales, which is illegal, believe it or not. And they were going to be sold, I think, probably in China, where they eat these stuff. The pangolins are very vulnerable to this kind of thing, and that's because their defense mechanism, which makes sense, is to curl up into a ball.
Yeah.
So that works with, like tigers and things like that.
The things that want to eat them.
But not with people who will just, oh my God, that's so cute. Not with people who will just pick you up and take you somewhere else and kill you.
Yeah.
It's not a good defense mechanism for the peoples.
I bet they're really easy to catch.
These things look like freaking aliens or something out of Star Wars.
They look adorable.
They do look pretty cute. There's a documentary that just popped up on Netflix for us, even though it's from last year. I think it's The World's Most Wanted Animal, and it's about these guys and how they're being killed for their scales, which is pretty ridiculous.
I feel like this is a bad one for our computer. Alexa seems to be going through just
looking at all the cute pictures. Yeah. So this shipment, which was 14 tons, like I said, the penalty for this in Singapore was $500,000 and 2 years in jail. I think that's the max.
That's nothing. That is such a drop the ball law, in my opinion.
Especially when you consider also in Singapore, for selling gum, you'll get a $100,000 fine and up to 2 years in prison. So selling a pack of gum is 20% as bad. Well, if we're talking about money, 20% as bad as selling 14 tons of endangered animal carcasses.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
I mean, and they're so valuable because this black market it increases in value as the restrictions go up on it. That's how it's going to be.
Yeah.
They're going to make more and more money the more fines and years they put on it. But 2 years of your life and what was this 14 million was, I wonder what the value of that was.
I don't know. I wish it was in the article. I don't think that it is.
So they easily made a couple million, right?
Could have. Well, they didn't.
Well, but
yeah,
on prior shipments, it's not like this is the only shipment that's gone through and they caught.
Right. It's not like they've been saving up for their big break or something.
So these people, and they're using mules most likely because they can afford them, that they're not worried about getting caught.
Right.
Congrats, Singapore. You're doing a fantastic job.
Yeah, way to go. Hopefully they do more investigation and figure out where this is coming from and take these people down. Because fuck poachers.
Yeah.
But
seriously, fuck poachers, man.
In South Africa, a rhino poacher was reportedly killed by the elephant he was trying to poach.
Wait, he's a rhino poacher poaching elephants?
Did I say rhino?
You did. Well, he was poaching rhinos.
I don't know. The article's not pulled up, so I'm really just reading off of the URL. Rhino poacher in South Africa reportedly killed by elephant. Yeah.
And then eaten by lions.
I'd say he got what's coming to him.
Yeah. So apparently he's trying to get the horn off the rhino,
which again is a thing that Chinese people eat or whatever, grate on top of their chili in order to. I think this one's actually for erectile dysfunction. So it's I mean, it's an endangered animal.
So he apparently enraged an elephant to get trampled to death by it, and then a pride of lions came through and ate the rest of them.
That's awesome.
It took them days to find out what happened to him, and then they just found, I believe, his skull and trousers.
Yeah, nice.
So totally got what he deserved.
Absolutely.
I can totally take a stand against poaching easily.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No contest there. No question.
Just makes me laugh so hard. He's probably sitting there with his gun, like getting a shot lined up, and then he just gets gored.
Yep.
That would be the best way for it to go.
Yeah. No remorse for this guy.
Nope, none.
None whatsoever. Also, people that I have no remorse for, Julian Assange.
Is that how you say his last name?
Yep.
I said
That's how I say it.
I said Assange. I don't know.
I think it's Assange.
Give it to you.
This is the guy who founded WikiLeaks. He's facing extradition. So he was in the where was he? Ecuadorian embassy in the UK for years, I believe, where they were offering him political asylum. And something that he did, I think it was supporting attacking the Catholic Church, I want to say. Ecuador didn't agree with this, and so they said, you can have him. So they just let him go.
So he's done?
And he was immediately arrested, and he's probably going to be extradited to the United States for what should amount to treason. Might not amount to treason, but that's what it should amount to.
So what information did he leak? Wow, that was a lot of what's there for a second.
So are you familiar with Chelsea Manning? Or
No.
used to be Bradley Manning?
Nope.
Stole a bunch of classified documents and posted them to WikiLeaks.
What were they on?
I forget exactly the nature, but he was an Army intelligence analyst.
Okay.
So it's not going to be good stuff. I mean, it was classified. The definition of classified material is that it could cause grave damage or serious damage to the United States or exceptionally grave damage to the United States.
Yes.
So it's not good.
Yeah, it's not what you want.
So Bradley, or now Chelsea Manning, stole this stuff and is very linked to Julian Assange, who is founder of WikiLeaks and not a good guy.
So Obama pardoned her at first?
I'm not sure. I think that the idea was, her first sentence was commuted just before President Obama left office in 2017, and she was released from prison. She was rearrested for refusing to testify against basically Julian Assange. I think she's actually sitting in jail right now as we speak. But, I mean...
It's still treason. Whether or not it's for the public good, it's still against the law, and they need to I can't stand it when people make the moral argument of a law. If they have the law, they need to enforce it. The end.
Okay. Says someone who speeds everywhere.
They can enforce it. I will take a speeding ticket. I will never argue out of a speeding ticket.
Well, the thing with that is it's the spirit of the law, right? It should be the law of not speeding is in place to protect you and other people.
No, it's not.
That's why it's there.
No, it's there.
Oh,
it's there
so they can make money.
No, it's there. So it was for gas prices originally.
That's why it's set to 55.
Yes.
I think there were speed limits before then.
No, well, they don't. They're not for my safety. I'm not going to buy that, but I will accept that I'm breaking the law and take a ticket when I get caught doing it.
Why would you say that they're there if it's not for safety?
Because it's not. Nobody driving 55 is any safer than someone driving 60.
Yes, it is.
No.
If you hit something
At 55 versus 60,
yeah.
you're both dead.
Well, 55 versus 80.
You're still dead.
Not necessarily. I mean, I know someone who crossed over the median and hit a telephone pole or something, going 55 or 60 or whatever. He lived.
Okay. Why can't you live at 80?
Well, it's just much less likely. The launch speed
Oh, the launch speed. Are we going
of
there?
yourself through the windshield or into the steering wheel. I mean, are you arguing?
What is your point here, though?
That it's there. The intention is for safety.
That's what they go with.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it. I personally don't buy it. That's okay, right?
Okay. You think? All right. Whatever. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm done with this. In other news, and you didn't agree with, I guess, kind of what I took out of this, but there was a study done over a decade of 30,000, almost 31,000 people between 1999 and 2010, focusing on the link between general health and vitamin supplements. And the study basically, if I could sum it up, basically said supplements or vitamins don't work.
Right.
And in fact, increase your chance of harm or cancer or something like that. So the study has limitations. The only link that it found was that the people who were more educated and wealthier tended to be more likely
to take
supplements, and they tended to be healthier. And that was most likely not a cause of the supplements.
Right. They found no correlation between supplement and health.
It was that they engaged in less risky behaviors, were generally in better shape, ate less McDonald's.
Yeah, my argument for this was the fact that the study is incredibly underwhelming. They surveyed 5,000 different people every year. It wasn't the same 5,000 people, and that is a 0.0018% of the U.S. population in those time frames.
Yeah, I mean, that's not that much.
It's a minuscule sample size.
But 30,000 people is still a lot. Especially when you look at a lot of studies which really only include 100 people, 200 people. I mean, that's how FDA drugs get passed through. It's hundreds of people, not even thousands.
Well, yeah, but that is with people taking objective measures.
Yes, I agree.
This is a subjective study only.
Yeah, the parameters in which they could work for the study were not really that good. I mean, it was observational. It was based on people self-reporting what they'd eaten and whatever their vitamin supplements were, and just generally not that good of a study.
No.
But it has potential to spur future studies.
Have you ever gone to a gym, though? All of them are taking supplements, and their gains are 100% supplemental.
This isn't... We're not talking about that kind of supplement, Zach.
Of course you are.
This is talking specifically about vitamins.
There are vitamins in pre-workout, protein, post-workout. They always talk about the B vitamins, help energy levels. You
done?
No. I'm just going to keep tearing apart this whole study. This study irritated me beyond belief.
Well, it could prove in future studies that there is no link between taking regular vitamins. We're not talking about weightlifting supplements.
Like
vitamin C, D,
like the Flintstone gummy vitamins,
and calcium.
Like your daily vitamins.
Yeah, okay. Multivitamins. That taking those is not beneficial to your health, but actually harmful to your health.
I agree that taking supplements in the daily fashion and not because of your life is harmful.
Right.
There are studies that say if you take too much vitamin C, your chance of kidney stones is skyrocketed.
Really?
Yeah, because when you take vitamin C, you take 1,000% of your daily intake.
Right.
And you pee out 900% of that.
Yeah.
That math works, right?
Sure.
Yeah. But your kidneys have to work to process all of that out. And your kidneys collect trash, and that's when you get kidney stones.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I agree that taking supplements daily when you're just to take them is not helpful.
One other thing that the study did show was that while taking supplements of certain vitamins, and it's not all of them, wasn't helpful. It was helpful for these specific vitamins to be consumed. If you ate them in naturally occurring food, then there was a benefit of health.
How did that work? I did you read any more into that?
No, that's all I read.
Okay.
I'm just taking what they said for fact and reporting it here for you guys to listen to or see.
I didn't know you worked for CNN.
Oh yeah. I just read the headlines, honestly.
Yeah, why you don't need to read anything else.
We've been talking a lot recently about governments trying to regulate stuff like Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, these kinds
Trying
of
to
things.
push regulation onto them.
Onto the companies, yeah. The UK has proposed to regulate online content and, again, blame Facebook, YouTube, etc. There's a picture of a lady. A new proposal was unveiled on Monday. Would induce... Nope. Whatever. What is our computer doing? It's broken. Would impose a new duty of care on websites hosting user-submitted content. Under the plan, a new UK agency would develop codes of practice outlining how sites should deal with various types of harmful content. Basically, this is similar to what we've seen in the EU, since the UK is no longer a part of the EU, I believe.
Nope, they haven't
exercised
Brexit.
They haven't.
They have not.
Interesting. Okay, well, it's kind of sort of wishy-washy, maybe part of the EU. So it's the major platforms will face harsh fines or possibly even jail time if they don't quickly remove violent online material.
Good luck.
Yeah. That's quite a task. And I don't know what these big tech companies, mainly Facebook and YouTube, I don't know what they're going to do.
See,
they're being backed into a corner.
But not only that, but I don't think Facebook wants this content on their website anyway.
No.
So they are already doing whatever they can.
Unless Facebook doesn't mind this content being on their website because being controversial is newsworthy and there's no such thing as bad press.
If you're big enough.
If you're big enough. Although, I mean, I think they've had a lot of bad press recently. They're probably fed up with it by now, but who knows what the Lizard King thinks.
I think in general, though, these tech companies don't want this kind of content. They don't want to be associated with this kind of content.
In general, yeah.
And their brand image is more important to them than what the UK thinks of them.
Yeah, probably.
So the UK isn't helping anything along by forcing them into a corner.
I understand the sentiment, but regulation in this instance, I don't agree with it.
I don't think UK should be doing anything about it.
So I learned this week also that jets, like fighter jets, can shoot themselves.
Like they can fire a rocket and then fly into it?
Not a rocket, bullets.
They can fly fast enough to run into their own bullets.
They can fly fast enough to run into their own bullets. If we could pull up the article real quick. This happened in the Netherlands. An F-16 shot its 20mm cannon, and at least one round fired from the M61A1 Vulcan Gatling gun struck the aircraft as it fired at targets on the Dutch military's Vlaghar's range on the island of Vlaghar, according to a report from their news service. So, this machine gun can fire over 6,000 shots a minute, but it only has 511 bullets. So you're just shooting for, like, I think it's 5 seconds or something like that. You just empty the clip in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And so the rounds have a muzzle velocity of, I guess we'll go with 3,450 feet per second, which is slowed down by atmospheric drag and such. And so if you shoot and then you accelerate or maneuver in the wrong way, you're running into your own bullets. You're shooting yourself in the, plane.
You're going to try to use foot there?
Yeah. That's I don't know. I never thought that was possible, but turns out it is. So maybe machine guns aren't a good thing to have on supersonic jets. Maybe.
I agree. They seem kind of fruitless if they only fire 511 rounds.
Yeah.
They do have these things called bombs that are good for meters and meters and meters of area.
Yeah, those are good. The next big thing is lasers.
Oh,
weapon.
I thought they were just gonna have a laser pointer with them and shine in their eyes. Hey, I got them. I'll mark them for you.
Yeah, the next big thing is weaponized lasers.
Isn't that by the Geneva Convention? They're banned.
Is it?
Yeah,
that's surprising.
Lasers.
I don't think
lasers
that's
are
true.
banned in warfare.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
Because they cause unnatural suffering.
Well, not any more than fire.
I don't know.
Huh.
The lasers are definitely banned in warfare already.
Interesting.
Our computer's gonna pull it up, but I'm pretty sure I'm right on that fact.
Okay. You can take that. Blinding laser weapons are.
Okay, so just I don't think what's the well it won't blind.
Wait,
you,
laser weapons specifically designed as their sole combat function to cause permanent blindness to unenhanced vision, that is to the naked eye or whatever, are banned.
Okay.
So if the purpose is to make your chest explode,
it's fine.
But it can blind you. So this article here says the Air Force will test laser weapons by 2021.
So it has to do just a bit more than blind you.
A bit more than blinding, then it's okay. Just slight second degree burns. A lot of redness.
It's got to blow your head up like a pumpkin and not just poke holes in it.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting. Lasers are cool.
Lasers are cool. I feel like it seems like an odd type of weaponry to me though.
Why?
Just by how precise it is. Usually you want weapons that have a large mass effect area, so you don't have to be very accurate. But with a laser, you're going to have to, aim it at each individual target?
Well, would you say that about firearms?
No, most firearms from weapons do a blanket cover. They don't specifically aim at a target. They just hit near it and blow it apart.
Oh, you're talking about guns?
No, I'm talking about handheld guns. I'm talking about weapons.
I'm talking about guns here.
I'm not talking about guns.
Okay.
Because we're not handheld lasers that are capable of killing someone aren't very close.
So are you saying that lasers are not good, or?
I just feel like it's an odd type of weaponry.
Just because it's different.
Yeah. So it's different, but it's so accurate that it doesn't seem to be an effect unless you're going after one target.
You'd have to be more strategic.
Yes.
So you could, for instance, let's say you're on a big ship in the middle of the ocean, an enemy ship is coming near you, you can just shoot it through the engine compartment and disable the engine.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that would be one way. The alternative is to just blow it up, kill a bunch of people.
Yeah, I mean, I guess sinking their ship and making them drown in the water is so much better than just blowing their ship apart.
I don't know. Our computer is telling us to read, our beam control technology enables precision equivalent to shooting a beach ball off the top of the Empire State Building from the San Francisco Bay Bridge.
So you don't have to get close.
Well, that statement right there proves that the Earth is flat.
Oh, yeah. If you can get away. Oh, man. That's exactly what it proves.
Okay. Yep. Moving on. Did I write this or did you?
Which one? Spain? Well, I was going to include that with the UK proposal, but you kind of skipped right to jets running into their own bullet fire.
Let's move back a little bit.
So, speaking on governments pushing, policing tech companies, Google has pulled out of Spain. Spain made a link tax.
What? They pulled out of Spain?
They pulled out.
What do you mean they pulled out? Wow. Okay, sorry, continue.
So, Spain said that if you're going to post any articles that have links leading to other websites, you have to pay that website their royalties to include their link.
Wait, but that website would be gaining traffic.
Right.
So,
and if they don't pay the royalties, the fine can be up to €600,000 per incident, per link that you're missing.
Are children running this country?
I don't know. So Google, well, I take it. I'm sure you can still use Google search, but you cannot use Google News in Spain. They won't allow any news back to any publications because of this link tax.
The internet's just going to blow up there.
Yeah.
I mean, how on earth do they plan on regulating this? That's absolutely ridiculous.
Now they don't have to. Google's gone.
Wow.
So it's mostly affecting small publishers, the people who don't get traffic from their own production, because people like Google, have links shared to people, so you can go find it.
Right.
Larger companies aren't taking a big hit; it's like a 6% drop. But the small creators were seeing a 14%, and I think in the first couple of months they saw a 14% drop.
Wow.
And it's only costing them more and more.
That's terrible.
So Spain once again has shot themselves in the foot, just like was it a Dutch plane?
Yeah, I think so. Wow, what a stupid law. I mean, that's how you generate traffic. That's how you get better search results, is you include links to other relevant information. That's how you increase your SEO.
The only other way to avoid it is by not citing your sources.
Not citing them?
If you don't cite them and you don't say where you got this information from, they can't prove where you got it. They might be able to, and they could probably find out exactly where. But if you don't cite it, it's not going to be initially noticed.
So, like, Wikipedia has so many links to other websites. Are they going to be... They have to pay each of those websites for every link?
In Spain?
Wow. Yeah, I just wouldn't host a website there.
No.
I'd force them people to use a VPN. I mean, that is definitely 100% over regulation right there.
Yeah. And I feel like the rest of the EU is moving in that direction.
They're certainly trying. They're trying their darndest.
Yeah.
Except for maybe the UK, maybe.
Well, they voted on Brexit, and now they're just tippy-toeing around the subject.
Yeah, I guess they're a little timid
Yeah.
about it, I guess. Interesting. What a bunch of idiots.
But that is the broad picture of the EU. Let's move on to a more specific picture of a black hole.
I like that.
You like
How's
that?
it going? Yeah. I like that. So the first picture of a black hole was taken, I guess, this week, or published this week, I think, or compiled or whatever. I forget exactly what did it, but I think there was like 8 different telescopes had to sync up exactly right and picture this black hole that is 54 million light years away in the center of the M87 galaxy, in case you were wondering.
I wasn't. Thanks for giving me that information, though.
So black holes are incredibly weird. Up until this point, it's been just an exercise in theoretical physics. That's all, because we have an idea kind of what they do, but absolutely no way to prove it, and we're not even sure if we're right.
All that work to get that shitty blurry picture.
I know. I mean, that it's not a good picture, but apparently it's 54 million light years away, so I'd say that's pretty far.
Yeah, I could throw it farther. I could throw a football farther than that.
But I mean, this blew up on the news this week. There were so many things about this, and I mean, it's cool and it's interesting, but it really just looks like a black circle surrounded by an orange circle.
What do we expect to gain from this?
I don't know.
We knew they existed.
Right. We just weren't able to
see it.
I mean, I guess we're able to prove them through physics, but yeah, you can't see them. Well, obviously you can see them.
I thought they could observe. I thought they could already observe like the event horizon of a black hole.
I guess they just couldn't see it.
Okay.
I don't know. Best case scenario, though. This encourages more people to go into the field of astrophysics, which is heavily understudied and will be incredibly necessary in the coming 100 years as we venture off of this planet and fly straight into the sun. Let's go.
Would you be interested in traveling in space?
Nope.
Nah, neither would I.
Nope. I mean, there's people who want to leave this planet and live on Mars forever, and I'm like, please do it.
Yeah.
I
won't pay for your ticket, but I'll encourage you to do it.
Yeah. And there's people that I would force to go to Mars or whatever. Maybe Mars will be the new Georgia or Australia. Georgia, is that right? Yeah, Georgia or Australia, where they send prisoners to form a colony.
Mars is going to be our prison colony?
Yeah, Mars is going to be our prison colony.
They have 7 years to think about their time. What if your sentence is less than 7 years?
That's too bad.
You're a free man in Mars.
That'd be good. Speaking of things happening in space, are you aware of the Star Wars TV show that's being produced?
No.
No?
I kind of fell out with Star Wars after their last movie. I was so disappointed by it that I just stopped caring about all Star Wars
What was
news.
the last one called?
I don't. It wasn't worth my time to know.
I don't know. Something. The Last Jedi? Is that it?
No, that's in one of the. It's like the originals.
Are you sure?
Is it the Last Jedi?
I think it's not important. Our computer can look
Oh,
it
it's
up.
the Jedi Returns is one of the originals. Sorry, the
Okay.
Last Jedi is correct.
The last one is I don't.
The
There's
Last
so
Jedi.
much information
Star Wars,
on
The Last
there.
Jedi. We got it.
Okay. So Disney, because they own the rights to Star Wars, is producing a Star Wars TV show called The Mandalorian. And so far, everything that I've seen about it makes it look really good.
Okay.
The problem with this is that it's only going to be on Disney Plus, which is not releasing. It's coming about on November 12th. And so that just means if I want to watch this, that's another streaming service that I have to subscribe to.
What is they're worse than TV now because you could pay less for all the channels you wanted to watch originally, then you'd have to pay to watch all the shows you want to watch now.
I don't know if you don't include Amazon, because Amazon Prime, which includes the video stuff, includes a lot more than just video.
Yeah.
But Netflix, Hulu, and Disney Plus, which will only be $7 a month, so it's not ridiculous, or $6.99. Those three things alone, you're looking at like maybe $30 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not too bad.
But what else is on Disney Plus that would make anyone else
Marvel.
Never mind.
Yeah.
They got a pretty good stronghold there.
Yep. And it's unfortunate. I mean, Captain Marvel, I didn't watch it or anything, but it's going to be on Disney Plus at the start. And I mean, that's not all that far after the movie premiered, so.
Has Captain Marvel already premiered?
Yeah, bro.
Really?
Pretty sure.
Dude, I was so excited to go see it. When is it already out of theaters?
I doubt that. I bet it's going to be in theaters for a while.
Okay.
It was, I think, the number 2 Marvel movie just behind Avengers Endgame. So Star Wars takes place in space.
Yes. Star Wars takes place in space. Where
Also in
there's plenty of
space.
space in.
A lot of space in space. Also a lot of moons in space. Unfortunately, and it's kind of boring, we, the Earth, only have one moon.
Do we?
We only have one moon. Although...
Have we been there yet?
Well, that's up for debate by some nut jobs, but yeah, we've been there. Israel has also been there, almost. So they got a lander all the way to the moon. They orbited the moon, and on its descent to land on the moon, the engine failed, and they restarted it, but it was too late.
It already rotated past?
It crashed into the moon.
Oh,
So
they landed it?
Sort of. I mean, it's dead now. They're the 4th nation to land something on the moon. But they are not the 4th nation to land a working probe on the moon.
I mean, they did really probe the moon then.
Yeah. You could say they're the 4th country to reach the moon's surface, but are they really?
No. I mean, I'll give it to them. There is Israel claimed parts stuck to the moon now.
There are now, and they're going to be there probably forever.
Yeah.
So,
What if they landed on our flag? Would we go up there to fix it?
is our flag still there?
I don't know.
I don't know. Francis Scott Key would be disappointed in me.
Could we see it from the Earth?
Could we?
I don't think so.
I mean, with a powerful enough telescope, you can see something 54 million light years away.
Yeah.
Which, an interesting fact about that, what you're seeing in that picture didn't happen this past week. It happened 54 million years ago. Because it's 54 million light years away.
Oh, dude, I thought you were talking about that picture.
No.
I was
Sorry.
like,
Not that picture. First off, that's not a picture. That is an artist rendition. I'm talking about that one over there.
I thought you meant like them landing on the moon was 54 million years. I was like, wow, they got
Wow, that timeline screwed up.
way ahead of their
Woo!
time. Is the flag still standing, Alexa? We're going to say the flag's still standing, and what if Israel had knocked over our flag? Would we send somebody up there to correct it?
Well, we're planning, I think, on returning to the moon in the next 2 years.
Why?
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 A lot of research that you can do up there.
Of the moon.
Yeah, sure.
What do we care about it?
Well, we're going to put, in theory, I forget what they called it, a lunar orbiting
Lander.
launch station.
Launch station.
Launch station. Launch station, for which spacecraft will go to the lunar orbiting launch station, and from there take off and go to Mars.
Oh, is that how we're getting to Mars?
That
A
I
catapult
believe
system?
is a plan. It's a plan, I believe. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
So why don't we
but-
fly at the sun and then use the sun's rotation to power us to the Mars?
because Mars is closer than the sun by a long shot.
Hey,
I mean, that's part of it. You know, I don't know, man.
didn't we launch a lander or not a lander, but a probe by sending it around the sun first to get
Yeah, it sounds right.
it? Okay.
I think the Tesla that Elon Musk launched is on the other side of the sun, and I think we're not going to see it for another like 40-something years. Could be wrong about that. But yeah, so NASA wants to return to the moon as early as this year, but that probably doesn't include people.
No.
Humans returning within a decade. Oh, yeah, well.
So what lander did we lose recently?
Cassini?
Was that in Mars?
Jupiter?
No, I said lander.
Jupiter?
Stop it! You're not helping anybody. What lander was it that it said it was?
Curiosity.
Thank you. Where was that?
Mars.
Okay.
Yeah, that died in a sandstorm.
Video game news. What do you got for me today?
All right, so I wanted to play the Elder Scrolls or like, Skyrim or whatever. I wanted to play their mobile game.
Yeah.
I didn't get around to it
Why not?
because I hate mobile games.
What's the game called?
Blades.
Oh, is that what this was about?
That's what this is about. Didn't get around to it. Has microtransactions. Not interested. It seems like every other like base building game, but I honestly haven't looked all that much into it. Maybe I'll get around to it by next week.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm glad you had that interesting fact.
Yeah,
tidbit for
isn't
us.
that great? We've focused a lot on space this episode. You know that?
Yeah.
E019 is a game that takes place in space where you run a ship and you do stuff on the ship. But they take themselves way too seriously.
Yeah.
Legitimately way too seriously. They have a council, I forget the name of the council, inside the game, and a real life politician or maybe ex-politician. What's his real life politician? Ran for office. He literally ran and campaigned for office on this council in a video game and got the seat, right? So, I mean, he has good experience campaigning and stuff.
Oh man.
He's now been banned for alleged corruption, and I forget exactly what it was, but here it is: breaking a non-disclosure agreement and using insider information to make money in game. So we're talking about
In-game currency. Again?
in-game currency.
Okay.
And that's ridiculous. I mean, it's just another video game, but they take themselves way too seriously. The community is incredibly absurd. So they have battling factions or something, and you can pay to get good ships.
Right.
There are some ships that are worth thousands of dollars. Not worth thousands of dollars, but cost thousands of dollars. There was a battle last year where over $200,000 of ships were destroyed.
Rough.
Yeah. I mean, what are they doing? Who wants to spend that kind of money on, like, it's just MMO, it's just Warcraft, except for in space.
I don't know. Those kind of games have never really interested me, so
No.
I don't have much. But what I did want to say though,
Yeah.
is this guy took it way too seriously as well. Like, you got banned from a game, bro. Get over it.
Well, it hurts his reputation. It hurts his real life reputation. He was the one who chose to tie his real life reputation to his in-game reputation, so now they're forever linked.
Yeah.
And he got banned for corruption from a video game, so what does that say about him as an actual politician?
Nothing, because it's an in-game. It's fake life. It doesn't matter.
You see the kind of stuff that gets on the front page of the news today?
Yes.
It matters to some people.
I know.
It doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
But I mean, it is not a good idea to tie yourself to something that...
Yeah, but I'm not gonna ever look at his politics and be like, oh man, he cheated on a game, which everyone has done in their life.
I've never cheated.
You're a liar.
Never cheated in a video game. Yep.
Like, this is so dumb.
Yeah.
One Eve can go fuck themselves, and this politician can also do that.
Now that that's settled, you had this next fact.
I do. So, a millionaire, believe it or not, he has too much money on his hands and needs to get rid of it. It's hot
I'll
in his
take
pocket.
some. I will take some.
He is going to set up on a private island a battle royale. Winner takes home 100,000. I think that's pounds.
Pounds.
So the winner takes 100,000 pounds after killing 99 other players.
So killing.
I'm kidding. It's going to be with airsoft.
Yeah, airsoft and some sort of special suit.
Yeah, so it's going to have the sensors on it are very sensitive, and it'll let everyone know when you've been tagged by an airsoft.
I had a couple thoughts about this.
Let's hear 'em.
Initially, I was thinking of the Most Dangerous Game, where a guy goes to an island and I guess, kidnaps someone, puts him on an island, and tries to kill him because man is the most dangerous game.
Right.
That's just what popped into my head. But my next thought was, this is gonna be a camp fest.
Well, yeah.
This is just gonna be 100 people camping in the woods for weeks.
Well, so it's going to be the same system as Battle Royale with a concentric circles closing.
How do you enforce that?
Well, since they're probably going to have sensors on every single person, and then they're also going to have people in the woods that are running the boundaries. And
I wouldn't want to do that. God, this is going to cost him so much money.
Well, he's got money to burn.
I mean, I'm surprised that he's only a millionaire.
Would you participate in this?
See, that's just, I don't like camping enough to sit in the woods for a couple weeks.
It's not going to take a couple weeks. Would you do it?
I mean, it could be really fun.
Would you do it? Answer the question.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
It'd be an experience, to say the least.
So let's say it's Fortnite style and you have to have 3 other members. Who you picking?
Can I clone myself?
Nope.
Let's see. I'd probably pick you, Greg.
Why Greg?
What do you mean by Greg?
Yeah, why Greg?
I don't know.
All right. Okay.
Oh, sorry. This isn't a video game anymore.
No.
This is real life.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. I don't know. This is tough. It's tough. I would want someone who can reasonably shoot a gun and is also physically fit, and I'm talking more of the cardio than strength. So that rules out most people.
Yeah, I got my team picked out flat.
Yeah.
You, Robbie.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Lauren.
She's so fragile.
She's so small though. The tiniest hitbox in the world. A 98-pound girl that weighs. I just said 98 pounds. I was like,
how much does she weigh? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the number. I'm on the edge of my seat here, Zach.
yeah, no, she's perfect. She's gonna make it.
That'd be dope. Who's your fourth?
Me. Duh.
Oh. Man,
I am the fourth.
Should have led with that. This would be fun.
I would love to go. I wish we still played paintball. I miss playing paintball so much.
Yeah, I do too.
I never got into the airsoft scene because
it's kind of stupid.
I agree. It's much more enjoyable to watch everyone get sprayed with paint.
I did see it was a Walking Dead style airsoft thing where they had 2 teams of people trying to kill each other, but then there was hundreds of zombies walking around. And I mean, I use the word zombies loosely because they were obviously people and obviously had more strategic tactics than zombies would have, making it extra difficult. But I saw like a bunch of GoPro videos of this event, and it looked awesome.
Yeah,
it would have been better with paintball, but you don't want to shoot somebody with a paintball from 5 feet away, and that's what's going on here.
I mean, we've all been there though. We've all been shot from 5 feet away.
Yeah, not pleasant.
No.
But there are worse things. I think it would probably...
Has anyone ever intentionally shot you from 5 feet away, or is it more like you rushed them and they panicked, turned, and shot you?
I'd say probably that one.
Yeah.
I don't think that anyone's ever been that ruthless. I have a friend who somebody pointed a paintball gun at their back, just feet away, and he said, "Surrender." And my friend said, "No." And then he got shot in the back from like 4 feet away. Like, well, I mean, I appreciate the effort, but you deserved it.
Yeah. Who did that?
Chasen.
Yeah. Because I remember you definitely shot me from 5 feet away, which is why I brought that up.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't remember.
But you intentionally did it.
That must have been your brother. That sounds like something your brother would do.
No, this was before we were friends.
It still doesn't sound like something I would do. Maybe just to you, honestly. If it was anyone, it would have been you. But glossing over that, did you have anything else for this?
No, nothing.
All right, let's do it then. You just bought a pair of headphones.
I did. I bought some high-end gaming headphones.
Did you know that you can be top 500 in the region at Overwatch and be deaf?
I didn't until I read this article.
So a deaf guy.
But I have a deaf relative, and it's really like they adapted and they overcame.
All right,
everything.
so let's put that into context there, because there's this article about a top 500. So top 500 being rank number 1 through 500 in a game where millions of people play it, in whatever country region he's in. I'm assuming the U.S., but I don't know for sure. So this guy's in top 500, so he's really highly ranked. Obviously, you got to have some level of skill. He's also deaf. The reason I thought this was interesting is because, number one...
pretending to be deaf?
No, he's actually probably deaf. I don't know. He's a streamer. I assume somebody would pick up on if he wasn't deaf. But Overwatch is a game with a lot of audio cues.
Yeah.
And honestly, a lot of video games, especially things in the realm of first-person shooter, have a lot of audio cues like footsteps or, I don't know, incoming missiles or grenades or what have you. Overwatch especially relies on these, and especially on like voice lines. So in-game characters say voice lines that lets you know that they need healing, or they're about to die, or they've got something ready, or what have you. So it's impressive, I think, that this guy hit top 500 without hearing any of that.
Yeah, I don't. What am I, like, top low million?
It was especially interesting because of the article on him in the comment section.
They thrashed him.
There was, I didn't go through it forever, but there was at least 2 people who said, I know someone who's deaf, and this isn't impressive.
Yes.
They're like, they overcame, they adapted. It's not as hard as you might think, and just bashing this guy.
Let alone it's impressive to be in the top 500, but to have some kind of disability makes it more impressive.
Especially one in a game like this, which is so much audio.
If he had done it in chess, I probably wouldn't have cared if he was deaf or not.
It's not even a point. Yeah. I mean, it's impressive to begin with. You're right. And then these people just bashing on him, and they think it's okay because they know someone who's deaf.
Someone in their life is deaf, therefore. I hate that argument when someone's like, oh, my sister's married to a black guy, so I can't be racist. Let me say the most racist comment I can think of.
I've never heard that before. It was just ridiculous. I mean, I thought it was, people are stupid. People are ridiculous.
It's the dumbest thing. I usually am for people with disabilities. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Hold on a second. Let me collect my thoughts.
Okay, I'm listening. I'm waiting.
You're waiting?
Do you want me to fill this space?
Yes.
I can fill this airtime.
I love
Pow. Am I helping?
Not at all. So people with disabilities, I always find like there should be no reason to bar them for anything. I don't know when that whole thing started with like some people with disabilities aren't allowed to do anything. I think they should try whatever
I
they
don't
want.
think you should allow somebody with a wheelchair on an escalator.
If they could manage to get on it, though, wouldn't it be cool to watch them succeed?
Our computer's dying. Where are we going with this?
So I'm just trying to say that like I hate the argument where people bash somebody with a disability because they've seen someone else with a disability do something like that.
Right.
Like that those don't correlate.
Oh my God! I saw this video of this guy who did what was it, like a Tough Mudder thing where you go through the mud, crawl under stuff, climb up stuff.
Yeah.
With no legs. He did a marathon of this with no legs.
Well, he doesn't have to duck. That's cheating.
That's like saying everybody with no legs should be able to do marathons because this guy did it.
Oh, marathon.
It was a marathon of this, or that's how the article read. It was a little unclear.
Oh, okay.
And my memory's a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
But either way, I mean, it's impressive. And everyone with no legs should be able to do this.
Yeah, I agree.
Every deaf person
it's
should
not
be able
impressive
to
that
be
he
top
did
5. It's not even remotely impressive, no.
Yeah,
Because I know someone with no legs,
Yeah.
and therefore, I am the authority.
Exactly.
I am the captain now.
I think that's a good one to end on.
I think it's a good one to end on.
I think this is real fun.
This is a good one.
They're all good.
They're all good. This one's exceptional. I think they're getting better every week.
I don't know. You kind of at the beginning you were quick on me.
Yeah, well, high energy, man. I just got high energy. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review on your podcast app or on our Facebook page. You can follow us on Instagram at LaunchSpeed. We also have a Twitter. It's also at LaunchSpeed. We are also on Facebook.
Nobody cares.
We're also on YouTube at LaunchSpeed. We have audio of our older episodes and video of our newer episodes, and we just got a brand new camera specifically for this purpose. So our videos should be
crystal clear.
Easier for me to edit. What?
Oh, easier for you to edit. Gotcha.
If you have any tips, suggestions, feedback, things you would like to hear us discuss on the podcast, or calf routines for Zach, please don't hesitate to send us an email.
My calves are golden.
At launchspeedpodcast@gmail.com, or reach out to us through any of our social media channels. Honestly, we really, really enjoy hearing from you guys, and I cannot stress that enough.
I can't,
because we really like hearing from you guys. If you have a second, just go ahead and send us an email. Tell us what you like, didn't like, whatever.
If it's bad stuff about me, though, I don't care to hear it. So you're welcome to tell Brendan bad things, but I don't want to hear it.
I would love to hear bad things about Zachary. We have Teespring. I think you probably know that by now. We have some awesome bear gear. Get on over there. Get some bear gear. Links in the description. And our Patreon page is up. Shout out to our patrons, Rob, Brian, and Casey right now. If you want to get into the ground floor, get some stickers, shout outs, and bonus content, help us by subscribing to some of our tiers starting as little as $2 a month. That's like half a cup of coffee.
AJ, this isn't you, man. It's only $2.
Got him. Your contributions really help us to keep the content rolling and the beer flowing. And again, reach out to us. We really enjoy that. Thank you.
I think you beat this one enough.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe a little bit more. Thank you so much for listening.
Jesus, stop. End it now.
We'll see you next week.
Thank you.